And come to stand at the top of your mat. And have a look down at your feet. And start to rock back and forth up onto your tiptoes and back into your heels. Waking up your feet, becoming acquainted with what they feel like on the mat today. And move it side to side, doing the same kind of thing. And once you found a good position where you feel rooted and solid, lift up all 10 toes, spread them, and then bring them down to the mat and let them soften. You connect in with the four corners of your feet, the inside and the outside edges of your heels, and the base of your big toes, the base of your little toes. Roll your shoulders back and turn your palms forward. Stand tall yet not rigid. And start to practice a soft Ujjayi breath. You might have your eyes open or closed. Notice, how does your body feel this morning? What's the quality of your breath as you're practicing the soft Ujjayi breath? And what are you committing to as you practice this morning? What's your intention for being here? What's your point of focus? And make a silent commitment to yourself to keep your intention, your point of focus at the forefront. And notice when you stray from it, when you sort of fall into internal dialogue patterns, or you notice the inner critic's voice is quite loud. When you find yourself in that groove, see if you can sort of go back to the intentional groove that you're looking to deepen each time you commit to it on the mat. And as always, layer in curiosity and kindness. And open your eyes. And as you breathe in, raise your arms up overhead. Reach up, bring the backs of your hands together. And bring the backs of your fingers together. Press your hands together as you reach up. To lengthen the side of your waist. Inhale. And now as you exhale, drop your arms down in front. The backs of your hands are still together. Next breath in, bend your elbows. Bring your fingertips in towards your heart. And stay there for a breath. Press the backs of your hands together. Your thumbs touch, your fingers touch. And breathe in. And as you breathe out, release your arms down alongside your body. Inhale. Lift your arms up, bring the backs of your hands together. And exhale, drop your arms down in front. Keep pressing the backs of your hands together. Bend your elbows, fingertips towards your heart. And exhale, release. And keep your knees soft as you do this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, fingers towards your heart. And exhale, release. And breathe in, gathering up your arms above your head. Exhale, drop your arms down. And pull in, gather towards your heart. And then release, let go. One more time. And breathe in, raise your arms up above your head, interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. Bend your knees. Step back with your right foot, so it's back and behind. Plant your foot down. Angle your left toes a little to the left and bend into your left knee. Side bend over towards the left. So you can keep equal weight in both feet. Back heel pressing down. And breathing, come up to center, step your right foot forwards. And as you breathe out, bend your knees, step your left foot back. Angle your right toes a little bit to the right, so your knee and your toes face the same way. As you plant your back heel, turn your left hip forward and side bend over towards the right. And inhale, step up to center. And exhale, bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Knees bent, roll your shoulders back, open across your chest. And exhale to fold. Take one breath with your hands on your back, let your head hang heavy. And then next breath, raise your arms up, roll your shoulders onto your back. And release your hands down to the mat, bend your knees generously. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, straighten your left leg, but keep your right knee bent. Inhale, raise your left arm out to the side. Keep bending your right knee. So you can keep your belly and your thigh pressed together and press your left hip out to the left. And breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring your left hand down, switch sides. So your left leg is bent, your right leg is straight. Raise your right arm up, turning and opening. And then bring your hand down. Inhale, halfway lift. So your fingertips are on the mat or either on your shins. Lift and lengthen. Lengthen the back of your neck. And then exhale, fold, hang heavy. Again, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Start to warm up your core muscles by engaging. And then exhale, fold down, curl in a little more, look to your belly button. One more time, inhale. Lengthen the sides of your waist, the back of your neck. And exhale, scoop and fold in. And breathe in, halfway lift. This time as you breathe out, bring your hands down, step back with your right foot. Bend your left knee, drop your hips, pull your heart forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, straighten your front leg, bend your back leg, look back. Inhale, come forward, plant your front foot down, pull your heart forward, you might look forwards. And then as you exhale, bend your back knee, straighten your front leg, left toes up towards the ceiling as you look back. One more time. Then bend into your front knee, bring your right knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up. And then exhale, bring your hands down behind your back. Interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest as your hips press forwards. Release your arms. Inhale, raise them up overhead. And exhale, bring your right hand down, just a little bit off the mat. And left hand to your left thigh. Turn your heart towards your thigh. You could stay here, or you could tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee off, and raise your left arm forward alongside your left ear. So reach and stretch right from your right heel out towards the tips of your fingers as you press the back of your right thigh up and turn your heart to the left. And next exhale, bring your back knee down, your left hand down, and inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, bring your hands down in front of your heart. Press your hands together, breathe in. And as you breathe out, right elbow over your left thigh. Inhale and lengthen, left elbow up towards the ceiling. And exhale, turn. To choice, you can stay here, or you can tuck your back toes under again and lift your back knee off. So you can lift the back of your right thigh so your hips remain square as you try and curl your right shoulder blade underneath the left. If you have your back knee lifted, bring it down and inhale, untwist. Exhale, hands to the mat and into downward facing dog. Take 2 full breaths in down dog. Make sure your hands are shoulder width or wider, index fingers facing forwards. And breathe in, float forwards into plank. And as you breathe out, lower all the way down to the mat. So you can bring your knees down first if you like. And then press the tops of your feet down to the mat, roll your shoulders, lift your chest, keep your hands on the mat for a bit of stability at first. Next exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up, root down with your pelvis, pull your heart forwards. And exhale, come down. One more time. Release your arms down alongside your body this time and lift as much of your body up off the mat as you can. Option to reach back, interlace your fingers, lift and lengthen. Next exhale, come down. Hands underneath your armpits, tuck your toes, press back into puppy pose. So your toes are tucked under, hips to heels, elbows stay lifted, and belly to thighs, and let your chest drop. Maybe your head comes down. And breathe in, come up to tabletop, and breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale and raise your right leg into the air, stack your hip up, bend your knee. Keep your knee bent like your calf is glued towards the back of your thigh, and then make really big circles with your right leg. So lifting your knee up as high into the air as you can, and then into your chest as much as you can. But be mindful to stay in the downward dog shape. For a few rotations in one direction, switch directions. And then square off your hips, step your right foot forward between your hands. Take your weight into your right foot, lift your left leg, and bow down. You can keep the back of your left thigh lifted up, press out through your heel. Drop your head. And then tuck your left knee into your chest and step your left foot down. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step your left foot back. Drop your hips, pull your chest forwards. And move back and forth with your own breath. Straightening your front leg, lift your toes, look back, and then come forwards. Next time your front knee is bent, bring your back knee down. Inhale, raise your arms. And exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers the opposite way than you did the first time. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, let your hips press forwards. Breathe in, raise your arms. Breathe out, left hand down, index fingers forward, right hand to your right thigh. Roll both shoulders back and turn. This is option one. Option two, lift your back knee. Option three, right arm alongside your right ear to stretch out the full length of your body. If you have your back knee lifted, bring it down. And your right hand down, and inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, press your palms together as they come towards your heart. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, twist left elbow across your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen here, press your hands together, right elbow up, and exhale to turn. And choice to stay here or lift your back knee. Notice if your right hip is way out to the right, try and draw it back. One more breath. And bring your back knee down. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, hands to the mat and plank pose. Breathe in. As you breathe out, slowly lower. This time, bring your hands off the mat, right on your fingertips. They're forwards of your shoulders, elbows sticking up. Plant your feet, root your pelvis. Inhale, roll up so your chin, comes in, and then lift up. And as you roll down, your head comes down last. You inhale and roll up so you're rippling up. And exhale to ripple down. Inhale. exhale. Inhale and ripple up. And this time as you exhale, you rotate right shoulder and your right ear down towards the mat. One full breath here. Inhale, untwist and ripple up. And exhale, left ear, left shoulder. One full breath. Inhale to ripple up. And exhale to come down. Hands underneath your armpits, tuck your toes. Press back, puppy pose. Come right up onto your fingertips this time, creating a bit more space to let your chest come down, but keep your elbows lifted. Press your palms into the mat, come to tabletop, and then into down dog. Breathe in, raise your left leg, stack your hip, bend your knee. Keep your calf glued to the back of your thigh and make slow, big circles with your knee. Right up into your chest, but keeping your hips high. And then switch directions. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Take your weight into your left foot, raise your right leg, drop your head. And press the back of your thigh higher as the crown of your head comes down closer to the mat. And then tuck your knee into your chest. Step your right foot alongside your left foot. Inhale, slowly rise up. As you exhale, bring the backs of your hands together and drop them down parallel with the ground. Inhale, fingers towards your heart. And exhale, Tadasana. 5 breaths. Bring your awareness back to your commitment, your intention. You can breathe in, raise your arms, backs of your hands come together. Breathe out, arms in front. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale into plank. Breathe in. As you breathe out, slowly lower. Inhale, straighten your arms, and then lift as much of your body up off the mat as you can. Option 1. Option 2, bend your knees, pick up your feet from the outside and start to lift your thighs up. Roll your shoulders back, open the front side of your body. Press the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. And come down. Hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. Press back, puppy pose. Right up on your fingertips again. This time walk your hands over towards the right hand side, but press your left sitting bone towards your left hip. And let your chest drop down, opening the front of your chest into your armpit, down the whole side of your arm. And walk your hands through center, all the way over to the other side, and pull your right hip down and back. And walk your hands to center. Come up to your hands and your knees. Slide your right knee forward to the outside of your right wrist. Chin across your body as much as your knee allows, and lengthen your left leg back. You could go straight down into sleeping pigeon, so down onto your elbows here. Or you can stay lifted up. Roll your shoulders open. Lift your chest, so more of a back bend, more of an energizing shape. And if you're looking to continue opening the front of your left shoulder and the top of your left thigh, sweep your left arm up in a big circle and around so that you're twisting. You turn towards the side. This is option 1. Option 2, bend your left knee and pick up your shin if you can. And then gently draw your shin in as you roll your shoulder back. If you have a hold of your foot, let go. Bring your left arm forwards. If you're down in sleeping pigeon, lift up to your hands. Tuck your back toes under, lift your knee, and come to down dog. Take a full breath in down dog. And then bring your knees down to the mat. Slide your left knee forward. Extend your right leg back. You're coming into pigeon pose on this side. So choosing your version. You come right down onto your elbows. Or staying in a back bending or energizing version, you can stay up on your hands. You might take it a little bit further by raising your right arm and twisting open to the side, either reaching back or bending your right knee, holding to your heel, your shin, and gently bringing your heel in. Get a hold of your foot, let go, and windmill your hand back, lifting into downward dog one last time. And bring your knees down to the mat. Knees and feet together, hips to heels. So you could either stack up your forearms and rest your head on your arms, or arms back alongside your body and curl in. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press up to hands and knees, and then come to a seated wide-legged shape. Move side to side and get your sitting bones right underneath you. Roll your shoulders back, flex your toes up towards the ceiling, and fold forward. So you might slide your hands down your legs, or maybe on the mat in front of you for a little bit of extra support. So your choice. And you're slowly easing into the shape. So you can keep bringing your ribs forwards. So you're getting a rotation in your hips, as well as folding forward in your spine. And to come out, press your heels down to the mat and lift up. Lift your knees up, draw the soles of your feet together. And a gentle twist. Bring your right hand behind you, your left hand on your right leg to turn. Inhale to center. And exhale, twist the other way. And then come to center. And come to lie down on your back. Make yourself as comfortable as you can. Your arms might be alongside your body. Maybe you like to have your hands rest on your body. You feel your breath under your hands if your hands are on your body. Noticing your heart rate slowing. And if you're still practicing Ujjayi breath, let it go here. Notice, what does your breath do when you don't try and change it, when you're not trying to control it? Stay present and awake, and noticing the sensations of your body as you move away from a more physically active practice to one that's still and quiet, moving out of doing and more towards being. If you have more time for Shavasana, or you'd like to take a seated meditation, I encourage you to do so. When you're ready, seal off your practice with appreciation. May practice serve you well.